Hmm. Good morning here from Vancouver Island. Welcome back to the current. I hope you're having a beautiful day, night, wherever you're tuning in, whenever you're tuning in. I wanted to start off today with an incredible story that happened this morning as I was still half asleep, getting out of my bed. I live on a float home, and there are kingfishers in the morning. Well, they're all day. They're all day behind the float home, just going up and down the shore, making their noises that I can't even try to emulate. And this morning I heard a soft but very close up sound of a kingfisher. And I thought, I wonder if it's on my balcony ledge. And I was doing some stretching on my bed, so I was kind of at the end of the bed, close to the window, close to the balcony edge. So I peeked my head up and looked right out the window, and there was this kingfisher and his big eye staring right at me. And I've never seen one so up close before. So I was just amazed and sitting with its presence and just loving the moment. And then all of a sudden, its head turned straight on to me, both eyes. I felt it looking right through me. And of course, I was looking and feeling right into it. And it was the most incredible feeling. So special. And it was kind of doing this, like looking around. So I thought, I could only see its neck and its head. So I lifted my body up a little bit more so I could see its full body, because they're quite big compared to the little birds that feed on my feeder. And it let me look at its body, and then it flew away. And yeah, incredible. And I'm here contemplating Gene Key 56.6, which the 56.6 is exactly the key that I have in my vocation and my core wound. As I speak, I feel my throat, a pressure in my throat. And this journey for me, my life journey, has been one of really claiming my voice and my true expression. And this key is connected to the thyroid and the parathyroid. And it's really interesting because I've started this going live every morning as a devotion to my voice and my expression and to many other things. But it's interesting because so many of the keys that I've been going through in order through the sun transits have all been, not all of them, but most of them have been related to the throat and the thyroid. And it's just interesting to observe that as I share just a personal story that really touched me and what happens in my physiology. And we'll do some we'll do an exercise around the thyroid today, but before we do, another story this morning after that occurred, I was just feeling so alive. And I went down to make my lemon water, as I do before each live. And I could see that the sun was peaked up over the mountain. So I opened the front door where the mountain and the sun are facing the front door and let the sun come through my eyes. And I was just welcoming the energy of the sun, of this energy of, through the lens of the Gene Keys, this 56.6. And this affirmation came through. So if you'd like to join me, if you're here contemplating what this means, for me, it's really exciting experiment with this current is to welcome it into our physiology and not have to know mentally what's going on all the time, but just observe and be curious. So just close your eyes and imagine you're staring at the morning sun, or maybe not right into the sun, but it's hitting your eyes because you're looking in its direction. somewhere close, maybe the mountains. And you could feel the sun on your face. You can feel the sun entering your eyes. And you can repeat this out loud or in your head. Sun, I welcome your energies into my eyes, piercing my body. I welcome your energies into my body to reveal any shadows that are ready to be turned into gifts. I welcome this energy to reveal to me more of my natural gifts so that I can express them into the world with naturalness, with joy, and with enrichment. And then staying with that energy, feeling the current move through your body, through your hands, and then take your hands and then just bring them to your throat. Let them warm the thyroid. And using your imagination, allowing the current to move through your hands into your thyroid. Bringing vitality, optimum health, to the influence of your rhythm and attuning to your natural rhythm, and to your natural expression. May we feel ease and relaxation as we express, learn to express, dare to become. And just dare to be fully you, fully me, fully expressed for why your soul chose to come here. And then just taking your hands and just rubbing your neck, the middle of your neck, the sides of your neck, and the backs of your neck. I think that's all I want to share today. We are actually already moved into the next key, and that's anyways usually the case with the line 6. The line 6 has one of its feet in the here and the now, and the next one's kind of into the future a little bit. And we're already in the next Gene Key Sun transit here on the Pacific 31. So I'll be contemplating that line 1 tomorrow. And the line 6 energy is, given that this is my vocation, it's interesting for me to contemplate and see that all of my life up to this point in time, I've always been very much ahead of the trends. And I was just having a conversation yesterday with some friends about that, because I used to, when I started doing meditation classes, there was always an education of why, okay, here's why this is beneficial, which is very interesting to think about now, because most people know that meditation is important. And one of the things I used to say is that meditation will become known, that like you have to brush your teeth, just obviously you have to meditate. Obviously we have to become aware of our minds. And now I would say I definitely prefer contemplation to meditation. And just many other things. Video being another one, video and business. It was funny that I would have to educate businesses of why video was important. And then only a few years later, COVID hit and it became obvious that video was important. So those are just personal stories for me with this line 6 energy, but I would love to hear what brought you here. I would love to hear what brought you here today on this line 6, or with the title of this video. I'll trust that the kingfisher medicine was for both me and for you, or the presence of that kingfisher, and the message that I heard from the sun today when I opened my door and opened my eyes and allowed the energies in. That is definitely what the current is about. You know, Richard Rudd and many others speak to this highly transformational time, or transfiguration, that we're going through as a human. And just every morning or once a day, just tuning in and feeling the energies into our bodies, and understanding that there's something much bigger than us going on, and that we don't have to always understand it with our mind. But our body has an intelligence that goes well beyond our thinking, and just trusting and giving a little more trust to that. Sending so much love to you, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Much love. I'm trying to play another outro video for you, but there it is.